This is Fearless Heart.
Well, we have an interesting topic for everyone to listen to this week. We are going to discuss what is it about you that attracts a narcissist. And to join me in this discussion, I have relationship coach, author, and speaker, Steve Sapato. And he's going to join us, and he's going to answer some questions. And if you would like to call and ask a question or email me a question, I will ask him, and we will go from there. Join me and listen to Fearless Heart.
Are you suffering from a toxic relationship? Is the toxicity wearing you down and keeping you from going after your passion and purpose in life? Welcome to Fearless Heart. Get your power back. Learn to let go and let God. Thank you for joining Fearless Heart Podcast. And now, here's your host, actress, author, entrepreneur, Nadia Sahari.
Well, I am so excited to discuss this because I have been studying narcissism for the last 6 months, maybe 8 months. And I am thrilled to have join us today Steve Sapato. Welcome to Fearless Heart.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Yes,
excited.
I'm glad. Yes, the relationship coach. We need your advice.
Be glad to help all I can.
Well, good. Well, this is my mission. My mission is to teach women, and some men out there experience narcissistic women. However, I don't believe there's many of us as much as there are men. That's my belief, because it seems like today's world has too many men that are narcissists. But I think maybe this generation is pure narcissism. So I don't know. But we'll talk about it. So why does a narc, what is it about you, the woman, that a narc seeks out and is looking for in you?
You know, that's a really good question. I think part of the things that you have to look at is, are you showing your strength or are you showing your weakness? In today's society, we're just starting to emerge. The women are just starting to really emerge to show their strength, and they're not afraid to start doing it. Of course, in the past, we've always had, women in the workplace who, as soon as they start to step out, get squished by the good old boys. Well, it's not just women. I mean, a lot of people get squished by the good old boy network.
Yes.
If you're not part of it, that happens.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're not showing that strength, if you're not having that positive resolve, if you're not a powerful woman, narcissists look for people like you because they thrive on weaker people and dominating them and how they're going to take advantage of them. So it's a tough place when you recognition is part of the challenge. So that's why we're here today, is to help you recognize what a narcissist starts off doing. And that's important in your relationship. Yeah,
I agree. And I believe it might not just be that you're weak, because I remember when I attracted a narc, it was because I was strong. He accused me of loving myself too much. Actually, as our relationship progressed, we started out as friends, and he showed no signs or said nothing critical or demeaning to me. Or he was spectacular. He was respectful. He was amazing. I love myself, yes, but never self-centered. I've always been altruistic, always. So, Steve, can you self-love too much? That's my question. I need to know, can you love yourself too much?
we all need to love ourselves, right? Isn't that what's important, Nadia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's really critical that we understand that self-love. What is it? How's that go? That you cannot pour out of an empty cup. Isn't that the tale that goes? So if you don't have enough self-love, you can't give your love to someone else because there's nothing there to give. And that's what narcissists do a lot of times. They don't have that in them, so they have to pull it out of you. So when they were accusing you, right, when they were into that place where they were accusing you of being selfish and not loving them, what they were really trying to do is switch the tables. They were just turning the tables on you to get you into that place where you would pour everything you have into them. And when you're pouring everything you have into them, boy, it takes a toll on you, doesn't it?
Yes, and it worked.
And it's so vital for people to understand, Nadia, that self-love is critical to your growth and your own self-health. And so
Yes.
when somebody else tries to pull that out of you and tries to whack you out of balance, you have to step back. And that's when we talk about getting your friends involved. Your friends think you're selfish, because odds are the narcissist doesn't have any friends. If I'm confident in myself, I will almost always care more about the other person. Not always, right? There are times to be selfish. But overall, it's a matter of looking at it from other people's points of view. It's a matter of seeing from other people's eyes and trying to help all the other people around us grow and become stronger individuals. So the narcissist actually there's a whole range of narcissism involved in this.
Yes.
There's an actual disorder called NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder.
Yes.
Okay. And so if you understand that that's the very extreme, way out there on the NPDs, and they have to be diagnosed, and that takes years of therapy and that type of stuff to get them actually way over there. But when we start off, one of the things that I've talked about for years, in my book, The 20, it's when we start off, everybody lies to the people we're dating. We all lie to the person we're dating. We don't want to, we don't mean to, but we all start off, and it's almost like there's something inside of us that says, I know what's going to make this other person really like me. And then you do all the things that person really wants in a partner to get them to like and fall in love with you.
You put on a mask. You put on a mask.
You do.
Yes.
That's right. You do.
Yes.
And
yes.
so a lot of women have come to me over the years and said, why did they lie to me all these months? I go, they didn't really lie. It's just something that we do, not just men and women. It's something we do inherently. We don't plan it. I don't plan to be a tennis player when I meet you and then suddenly take up tennis and start playing. It's just something I do to make you happy. And I go, hey, that was good. If then, 3, 4, 5 months into it, you say, hey, let's go play tennis. And I go, I'm really a lazy sloth. I don't really like tennis, but it's not that easy. But I mean, that's what it seems like, to most people. So everybody starts off that way. And certainly the narcissist starts off by really creating an atmosphere, an aura that says, hey, I think you are spectacular. And they do that. So they actually make you feel a lot more important in the beginning.
Yes, but I have to tell you this part, because the narcs that I met knew I needed love, because they also knew that I came from an abusive background and that I was abused most of my life. So I was an easy target. But I think they realized that I was not so easy.
Well, that's a lot of it too. I mean, everybody wants to be loved. Yes. That's one of the key things. So when we talk about what makes somebody a narcissist, they start off by making you feel spectacular, so that you finally fall on, you take that switch and you say, I've fallen in love. Now, however long that might take them, they do everything until that point. Once they get you under their spell, so to speak, then they start to gradually change. And what you will find is they hog the conversation. Even in the beginning, they'll hog the conversation. Whether it's you talking to friends, you talking to people, they probably don't have hardly any friends, because that's not the kind of relationships they make. But they will hog that conversation and talk about themselves, right? And you'll also find that they manipulate you so that they ask for compliments. They feed off of compliments.
Yes.
Sometimes they'll deliberately ask you. They'll say, "Hey, do you think how I did this is great?" We've had people in our lives who are constantly going, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. And you're like, yeah, quit it. I don't care what you did. Did you ever ask me about me? And that's really important, that you look at it. Have they asked about you? If somebody isn't asking about you, guess what? They don't care about you. And that's really, when I see people in these relationships and I'm like, wow, how did you meet this person? How did you get involved with them? Why are you still here? Yes. Right? Of course, you don't say that to them, because most of the time the people aren't paying me for my advice. So I learned to shut up, and that's not my problem. Right? Well, I got a NMP, not my problem, T-shirt, but just walk around. There it is. Hey, not my problem.
Well, you're right. Initially, oh my goodness, I was the queen. I was everything. I was beautiful, smart, wonderful.
Yeah, he switches the tables. Yeah,
he did.
Like, hey,
he switched.
Yeah, I push you around and say, hey, why don't you care more about me? You're always talking about you. You're always selfish. You're always this. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't realize I was. And then, like you said, he manipulates, in this case, it's a he.
Yes.
Like you said, it could be he or she, but they manipulate you
Yes.
to move you around so that one day you just wake up and suddenly you're the one giving all the compliments and not receiving them. You're the one that's not getting any empathy when you have a long day. They're like, I worked 4 hours today and I think I'm going to die. I got to go take a nap. And you'll say, well, I worked 12 hours. And they go, yeah, but it's something you do.
Oh, my God. Oh, if I did anything like that, like you just said, you're always trying to one-up me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's right. You're always trying to have something worse or better than me, depending on your point of view.
Always.
The narcissist loves to pick on people.
Yes.
They'll nit you. They'll get you for little things. So when you're saying, no, I'm not, honestly, you go, yeah, that's what you keep saying, that kind of thing, and then he keeps putting you down. And
Yes.
pretty soon you're backing up when you were right, but they back you up and they're not afraid of telling you that you're wrong and they're right and why they're always right. And they move you around in that scenario. It's that type of thing, especially around your friends. When you get around friends, so to speak, they will leave hints and they'll say how terrible you are or how this you are. And they will spread false rumors about you, like, boy, she treats me like this. I don't understand why she treats me like that. I give her the world. And of course, in front of them, they probably will do all the wonderful things that make them, boy, Steve's really good, and Nadia takes advantage of him and Nadia uses him. And Nadia, it's like, Now, and you got to understand, you said something earlier that was, to me, real thought-provoking, which is you said he knows in his heart that I saved his life. He knows in his heart that I did good things for him. And I'll be honest with you, they don't know that at all.
I don't think
that doesn't cross their mind.
That's
so
true.
that's where you find a lot of people, like you say, mostly women, but a lot of people defending those people. They're defending their partner. They're defending this person when they know that that person's wrong, but they defend them in front of other people. They protect them because they don't want them to look so bad. And it's really amazing to me how our love and our affection will protect the people who are hurting us the most.
Why
and
is
so
that? Why is that?
It's something in ourselves, and that's just it. Again, it's a weakness. Most of the time it's a weakness because if you stepped outside, and most of us do at some point in time, we step outside of that relationship and we're like, I deserve better than this. I'm sure you said more than once, I deserve better than this.
Yes.
But you didn't take that back into the relationship and say, hey, stop, I deserve better than this.
Oh,
right?
I did.
Because,
I did, Steve. I did that. Steve Sapato and I will be back for part 2. And part 2 is really getting into the depth of things. I also want to thank all the first responders, drivers, paramedics, firemen, firewomen, nurses, doctors, all the officials, all the government, the President of the United States, the grocery store clerks, the grocery delivery people, the FedEx drivers, the UPS drivers, the postmen, the postwomen, the post office workers, the Amazon workers, everyone that is working and doing their best to help everyone during this hard time. This too shall pass. God will take care of us. Pray and ask him. That's all he wants, is for you to remember him and to ask him to help you. Everyone, all the volunteers, I just want to say God bless you and thank you for all that you're doing. And God sees everything you're doing. In America, get on your knees and pray to God and ask him to save you and to save America, because we need to get back to God. God is waiting for you. I love you. God bless you. Take good care of yourselves. Be safe. And remember, this is Fearless Heart. Power, passion, purpose. That's you. Change your mind. Change your life.
Thank you for tuning in to Fearless Heart with Nadia and her guests. Be sure to download the Nadia Sahari app at the App Store. For more info, episodes, and connections, be sure to visit our website, thenadiasaharishow.com. Share episodes with your family and friends. Follow the show on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Instagram. Are you ready to step out of the darkness and into the light? Are you ready to choose you? Be fearless. You have the power, the passion, and the purpose. Change your mind. Change your life. Fearless Heart. It's all about you. Relationship coach Gina Gardner is a best-selling author, motivational speaker, empowerment and relationship coach. If you are a businesswoman who's overwhelmed and tired of going through one disastrous relationship after another, and you've suffered from childhood abuse, it's time to take care of you. You can get the best out of your life. Email Gina Gardner now at gina@genuinely-u.com. Her website is www.genuinely-u.com. Mention Fearless Heart with Nadia Sahari. Contact Gina Gardner now.